It was April 29, 1945. The world outside was in ruins. Germany was losing the war. All across Berlin, bombs were falling. The city was shaking. But deep underground, in a hidden bunker, Adolf Hitler sat in silence. This is the story of his final 24 hours. The bunker was dark and cold. There were no windows. The walls were made of thick concrete. Above the ground, the Soviet army was only blocks away. Inside the bunker, Hitler looked pale and weak. He was no longer the powerful dictator the world feared. He was 56 years old. But his face looked much older. His hands shook. His voice was soft. He had lost everything. His army, his power, and his mind. Early that day, he made an unusual decision. He married his longtime partner, Eva Braun. The wedding was simple. No music, no flowers. Only a short ceremony inside the bunker. After the ceremony, Hitler and Eva had a quiet meal. They ate pasta and drank wine. It was their first, and last, dinner as husband and wife. That evening, Hitler called his closest people. His officers, his doctor, his secretary. He shook hands with them one by one. Some were crying, some looked away. He gave them clear orders. When I'm gone, burn my body. I don't want the enemy to find me. Vocabulary tip. Enemy means the person or group who is against you. Burn means to set something on fire. Repeat, enemy, burn. Later that night, Hitler spent some time alone. He sat with his dog, Blondie. He had loved his dog deeply. But even she could not escape the end. He gave her poison to test it. She died within seconds. Hitler wanted to be sure the poison worked. Learning tip. Poison is a substance that kills if you eat or drink it. Repeat, poison. The next morning, April 30th, 1945, the final hour had come. Hitler and Eva went into a private room. They sat on a couch. He gave her a cyanide capsule, a type of poison. Then, he took one himself. But Hitler also used a pistol. He shot himself in the head. The sound of the gunshot echoed in the bunker. Guards waited a moment, then slowly entered the room. They found both Hitler and Eva dead. Learning words. Gunshot is the sound of a gun being fired. Dead means no longer alive. Repeat, gunshot, dead. Following his orders, his men wrapped the bodies in blankets. They took them to a small garden just outside the bunker. There, under heavy fire and danger, they poured petrol over the bodies and set them on fire. Thick black smoke rose into the air. The man who once ruled half of Europe was now nothing but ashes. The war would soon be over. Germany surrendered days later. But the world would never forget what happened. Hitler had caused the deaths of millions. He had started a world war. And in the end, he could not face justice. He chose death over capture. Final vocabulary. Surrender means to stop fighting and give up. Justice means fair punishment or the right decision.